Hello everybody, it's Timmy here. It's my Deep Monday sharing again. I hope everyone's doing well, and the topic that I want to share tonight is what I call motivational connecting. So we have heard motivational speaking, active listening. So this is the combination of the two. But first, have you ever been in a situation where you were trying to express yourself, express your feelings, and the other person just interrupted and took over the whole interaction, and eventually you just lose interest in this whole interaction because it became all about them. It's not about us connecting in this moment. And also, something that I find interesting is that loneliness is not by not having anyone around you, but it's when you speak and you are not being heard and understood. So that's my understanding of loneliness. If you have a different definition of loneliness, do share it with me so we can talk about it next in the next few episodes. So there are a few things that you should and should not do if you want to become a motivational connector and go out there and connect with people truly and build amazing connections with them. Yeah, and deeper connections, meaningful connections. So number one, be present. Be present. Don't multitask. Put away your phone, turn down the volume of the music, turn off the TV, just focus on what the other person is trying to express and share with you. Be present. Number two, be open. Yeah, whatever they are sharing with you, it comes from within. So be open and accept whatever they share with you, because it has nothing to harm you. It's just how the other person is feeling or thinking. Just allow them to express freely. I believe you would like people doing that to you too. When you are expressing and sharing your thoughts, nobody give you the face of, oh, what was that? So yes, be open and accept whatever they are sharing with you. Number three, ask questions. Ask questions so that you can have a bit more understanding of where that thought or where the emotion came from the other person. So ask very simple open-ended question, asking them what, how, where, who, when. That will give you some sort of a directions, how it happened, when it happened, or who involved in this situation. So you have a bit more understanding of what they're going through and why they're feeling this way. So understand them. So this is one of the ways to build that understanding and connection with them. Number four, listen. Yeah, if you are actually listen to that person, there is nothing shows that you are paying attention to them when you are actually paying attention to them. And number five, go with the flow. Go with the flow. We all have thoughts going through our head all the time. Even right now, I've got different thoughts. I'm thinking about what's the next topic to talk about. But we do not have to acknowledge the thought that we have all the time, because that way we will be very, very busy and very anxious, because if we have to acknowledge every little thought that came up in our head, then we are so busy living in our head. So let's focus on the other person. Go with the flow and follow where the other person is leading the conversation. That way you can actually have more understanding of the that way you can actually have a better understanding of why they are sharing this with you and connect with them in a deeper level, on a deeper level. Number six, if you don't know something, tell them you don't know. It's much better that you be honest than make up information that eventually they may use that piece of information and make decision for their life. You can potentially cause them future harm just because you want to feel somewhat useful or helpful in that moment and make things up. You can eventually cause harm to your friends. You don't want to do that. So if you don't know anything, tell them you don't know. Cool? Now, number seven, don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. Allow the whole conversation to flow. I understand that some people may say that, if you want to show them that you have so much in common, well, again, first listen. If you don't let them finish, how would you know how much in common would you have with them? Don't interrupt. Let them finish. Okay, listen, because every time when you're trying to speak, you are only talking about things that you already know. It's only when you stay silent, listen, and observe the other person, that's when you get the new information. And this will actually build your social intelligence too. Now, number 8, this is actually one of the biggest points. Never equate your experience to the others. Never equate your experience. Say someone is telling you that the dog passed away, and then you just told them, oh, one of my friend, the dog passed away too, and then she was very sad. It's never the same experience, okay? If you have never gone through it the exact same way the other person has gone through that situation, never equate your experience to theirs, because it's not about you. It's not about you. When they are sharing, it's about their emotion. It's never about your emotions. Otherwise, it would have been you sharing in the first place. And also, a conversation is not an opportunity for you to promote how amazing you are, how much you have suffered. Okay? So never equate your experience. And it's definitely not a competition to show who is more amazing and who has suffered more in life. Now, the last point would be, do not provide a solution right after they start talking, because you wouldn't know if that solution is suitable for them. If you have never listened the whole conversation, that what they're trying to tell you, how would you know if that solution is right for them? Yeah, don't provide a solution, because by the time they tell you stuff, your time and your attention would have been the best solution for them at that moment. Yeah, your time is a part of your life, so that is the biggest help you can ever give someone. They will soon realize, and eventually you can ask them what do they plan to do to move forward or to make themselves feel better. But never interrupt to provide a solution right away. Because of technology, we are so fixated on finding the solutions, finding the information right away, and we cannot wait. So whenever people are expressing their emotions, their stories with us, we tend to find solutions for them right away. Don't do that. Calm down and focus on the other person, and eventually that will come back to you. Okay, so those are my 9 tips for how to become a motivational connector and create deep and meaningful connections with others. If you have ever felt lonely, if you're in your life, start focusing on your surroundings and stop living in your head. Because when you never go out and connect with anyone who can listen and understand you, then that's when you start feeling lonely. So hopefully this is a motivational enough video for you all. Have a good one.